Wayne set him up. The Wayne should still be paying for this. Alfred would have, made sure of it or something.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems ridiculous that they're so, they're not taken care of. There's spray paint everywhere. They look like shit.
Yeah, exactly. No, you want to keep them looking good.
Well, then, Rachel is a huge person of power. I mean, she's assistant DA, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, she is not riding the train home. She has a private fucking car dropping her off. Like, there is no reason for her to be on this train alone by herself.
There is. It's because of plot. She has to be there for this scene to occur. And that's it.
No, that's a fair point. I mean, that's the only legitimate reason, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It felt wrong to me. And then, so yeah, Rachel, Batman saves her, talks to her, tells her that he's here to help or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we get the cut to Gordon and the crew showing up to all those people that Batman just whooped their ass.
Yeah. And there's the main mobster. Is it Falcone?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Falcone is tied to a light in such a way that vaguely resembles the bat signal, I guess.
Yep, the iconic bat signal that everybody knows.
It's sort of the first use of it here, and it's not perfect, obviously, because it's a person. And as you've pointed out, it won't work when there's clear skies.
There's just a glaring issue, and it's a common thing. Gotham Underground is supposed to be this cloudy, gloomy place that's always supposed to have cloud coverage and shit, but it's still, it just rubbed me the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, you'd think even if they have a reputation for that, he'd use something a bit more foolproof in this regard.
Mm-hmm. Some way of calling Batman that I think they have a phone for when the spotlight doesn't work. But here's my issue with the spotlight: is Batman always at a window? Is he always just sitting there waiting?
Yeah, like
they're going to need Batman?
It's not very reliable, is it?
No, it's not reliable.
It looks good on TV. It looks good in a comic.
Like, if he's sleeping, is Alfred at the window? Is Alfred like, gotta watch for this? Bruce, wake up! Like, that's what it feels like.
It looks good in the comic, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, it looks badass, so. Just giving it shit. I mean, it's obviously, again, iconic. There's a lot of iconic things, and you can't argue with them. You gotta keep. So
what scene am I missing where you're gawking over Bale getting in good shape?
Okay, so what happens is he wakes up after the whole fight thing, and Alfred is giving him food, and he's getting out of bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right,
and he doesn't have a shirt on, and you can tell that Bale put a lot of work into getting into shape for this role. He looks good. You can tell he put in a lot of work to get into shape. And, you gotta give actors that kind of credit. I mean, Bale is one of the ones that does very well to get into shape. I mean, he did a movie called The Mechanic, and he lost... Mechanic. That doesn't sound right.
No.
Maybe it was The Fighter? I don't remember. There was a movie he did where he lost a fuck ton of weight, and he looked really skinny.
Mechanic was Statham.
Okay, then yeah, not what I'm thinking of.
Which one was it?
But yeah, so he just does very good. I mean, he got in very good shape.
You're thinking of The Fighter, yeah.
The Fighter. Okay, yeah. So in The Fighter, he lost a lot of weight. I think he got down to like 110, maybe less.
Yeah, so the next scene, he is a hotel restaurant. He pulls up in a Lamborghini Murcielago with two rather nice female accompaniments.
Yeah, well, hold on, real fast. We have to touch on the car, though. Do you know what Murcielago means? I can't even say it right now. I was saying it good earlier.
Bat.
It means bat, so it's a direct reference.
An interesting point. I'm not sure whether they count that as an Easter egg or whether Bruce is deciding to drive a car that is bat related.
That's a fair point. That is a fair point. I mean, it could go either way.
Anyway, so yeah, as I say, he shows up with two rather nice female accompaniments, and you've commented on these in the...
Oh, I have absolutely commented on these. Bruce Wayne's a billionaire, okay? he can get any girl he wants.
Apart from Rachel.
Oh, I was just about to say that. But who does he choose? He chooses a blonde who is hot, but that brunette or whatever, the brunette black-haired girl, not hot at all.
Come on.
Like, seriously, she's like average, maybe a little bit below average.
That's a bit harsh.
I'm not trying to be mean here. I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of bed, but I probably wouldn't bring her to bed to begin with.
No, I think you're being harsh.
Like, they could have got a hotter girl to play the other role. Like, could have been hotter. Maybe it's her haircut. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. I did not like her haircut. I'm not a huge fan of that short hair on some girls. I mean, some girls can pull it off. She can't.
No, I think you're over the top here.
Maybe I am. I'm picky. I'm picky and choosy.
Anyway, so obviously there's a bit of a comedic scene whereby the girls then go and take a bath in the aesthetics pool that's just there to look good, and someone comes in and draws issue to this. One of the members of the staff, and he's like, money is not the issue, and then he just buys the hotel.
Yeah, he claims he's buying the hotel, and what I really liked about this scene, and I think some people would have missed if they hadn't seen the movie American Psycho,
right, is
that the way he's talking and the way he's presenting himself is it's Patrick Bateman. It is the serial killer from American Psycho, again pointing me to Batman being a sociopath. It is perfect. Seriously, go watch American Psycho if you haven't seen it, and watch the scene. The voice he uses, the way he presents himself, the way he acts. It's Patrick Bateman. I mean, I don't know if it was intentional or if it's just Bale's acting style, but that's exactly who it was. I mean, he was Patrick Bateman in this scene.
So at this point, he gets bored after a while of just sitting in the pool with the girls, and he goes to leave, and he comes across Rachel. This is the first time he's seen her since he's back, right?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Yeah, because she makes a comment. She's like, "Oh, you're back."
Yeah, and everybody thought he was dead as well. So yeah, this wasn't the first time they ran into each other, outside of the fact that, somebody was stalking someone else.
That's a good point, yeah. So yeah, he's already seen her as the Batman, but she's not seen him, as far as she knows. And so they have a chat, and obviously it's not looking too good for him. Obviously he's kind of got to look more of a sort of a nice guy to Rachel, because she's not really into him just being a random sort of billionaire playboy. She might like the billionaire side of things, but yeah, it's not really her style. And so this is obviously not really good. He's basically walking out with two random biatches. It's not really looking good on his image to her.
No, it's not. No, it obviously wasn't looking good. I think that's what they were trying to portray to us.
And so he has a sort of a back and forth, and he's like, this isn't me, and she's like, I know, but she does her line that then obviously comes back to get her later on in the movie, which says something along the lines of, "It's not what you are underneath, but what you do that defines you." Something along those lines. And obviously, he's got nothing to say to this.
Yeah, no, I mean, what does he just say to it? I mean, I am Batman. No.
Because our only experience with Batman so far is he was basically stalking her so that he could save her. He could save her ass from the mobster guys.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, and then just after that is when we get to go back and we get to go to Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, and we see Falcone is there, and obviously he's not exactly crazy yet, but after this visit from what's his face?
Crane.
From Crane, what's his face? From Crane, he soon becomes...
Well, according to you, it's Dr. Guy.
Yeah, in my notes, it's Dr. Guy.
Dr. Guy shows up to Falcone.
But yeah, so yeah, he turns him crazy, but with the gas and the crazy-ass scarecrow-looking mask that he wears.
Yeah, he ends up gassing him, and then we finally, for the first time, see Scarecrow all, masked up and everything, and he looks like a badass.
Yeah, it's scary as shit, dude.
And then just after that, Batman ends up, Bruce as Batman ends up meeting up with Gordon outside of his house, And that's when he talks to him about, trying to save the city and everything, and how he's going to obviously help him and whatnot. And that's really all I remember from the scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of those typical sort of scenes where he's introducing someone else to come and help him save the city.
He's trying to save the city. And I think that's the first time that we get the Batman voice.
Yeah, we do.
That he does. He does the whole grumbling, not opening my mouth all the way type thing. So we get the Batman voice, and then he ends up talking to Gordon about one of the other cops or whatever. I forgot the guy's name. And then the very next scene that we get to is where Batman's interrogating the guy. He's interrogating the asshole cop that steals money from the hot dog dude, the vendor.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, he steals money from what a cop, right?
Yeah.
And then Batman sucks him up and starts interrogating him. And the one thing that I saw in this scene, which, I mean, it might be because we don't get a good view up, but I'm pretty sure the top of the buildings where Batman's standing, I want to know what the rope is connected to. Like, what is above that? I'm pretty sure there's nothing up there but sky. Like, does Batman have a helicopter I'm unaware of or something?
So in the next scene, we have Rachel's boss, the DA, with two guys from, I'm guessing, the sort of the port authority or whatever, and is opening up a shipping crate, and they find this Wayne Enterprise microwave gun, and they're not really sure what's going on.
Well, the DA's not sure what's going on. The corrupt as fuck cops. I think they know.
They know what's going down.
Whatever
probably.
they are. They might not be cops, but whatever they are well aware.
So after this, we then end up in... is the whole sort of area, this poor area, Arkham?
No. It's Gotham. It's just the outside of Gotham, just the corrupt.
Anyway, so we end up in the outskirts of Gotham, in sort of a poor area, I guess, of Gotham. Basically the Glades, but Gotham.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
but here's a little fun fact. Here's a fun fact. Okay, so
ahead.
Batman's looking around. Okay, he's trying to look into the place that the cop just gave him, the cop that he was interrogating, and we see this little kid run out. Well, this little kid is actually the actor that plays Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
Should have killed him while he had the chance.
No shit, that would have made everybody's life so much easier. Like, everyone's life.
I guess. I mean, you've got to like Joffrey as a character, though. I think it just makes the series, at least up to this point.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, obviously Joffrey plays a pinnacle role in Game of Thrones, which would not be against doing a Game of Thrones podcast.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. I mean, I'm pretty fanatic about Game of Thrones at the moment.
So that might be something a little bit farther down the line, with the whole MadCold.
I think there's quite a lot of Game of Thrones. Well, there's probably quite a lot of comic book podcasts as well. We're not exactly breaking the boundaries of originality here.
Well, that's the point. I mean, you gotta do something. And this is fun.
Anyway, so we see Joffrey, and we then go to a house. Whose house is this?
Oh yeah, no.
It's some house where drugs are being channeled.
Yeah. They're channeling the two kinds of drugs through this house.
And Batman gets his way there.
Yeah.
And Crane is there. Crane, I'll get it right this time.
Doctor guy.
Yeah, crazy doctor guy is there.
Yeah, so Crane's here rocking his mask, as the Scarecrow, and he ends up gassing Batman.
Scaring the shit out of him.
Yeah, I mean, totally fucking Batman up. I mean, Batman looks like a scared little child here, per usual.
Yeah. And then Batman bails. That was an accidental.
Yeah, I mean, as I have in my notes, right here, drugs are bad.
Yeah.
Don't do them, obviously. Also, Batman's on fire. I mean, at this point, come on, Batman, put yourself out.
Yeah. Anyway, so he obviously gets rescued after he climbs up a building. He just manages, I guess, to tell or to partly sort of tell Alf what's going on, and Alfred goes in and fetches him, and Bruce wakes up after apparently 2 days he's out for. It just sounds like a normal weekend for me,
right?
And God is there as well. So at this point,
yeah, he's there, right? So Fox is there, and he's like explaining to Bruce what he did, and dude, that's just all rambling. No one fucking knows exact. He's like this and that and this, like he's trying to act all scientific and shit.
Also, we've had the hero trained by a sort of an uber sort of skilled guy in a sort of random place in the middle of nowhere, a bit like Arrow. And then he comes back from this faraway place back to his home city where everyone thought he died, a bit like Arrow. He asks a scientist to help him, Felicity Fox, and they then discover the secret when he's badly hurt.
So it's actually kind of funny that you're bringing up all the Arrow references, because a lot of people actually consider the Green Arrow a ripoff of the Batman storyline. Yeah,
and there's actually been references to it in, I believe. See, here's me coming up with a comic reference because I stole it from Reddit. In the new 52 Justice League issues, there was a reference. I believe Green Lantern says something at Arrow to the order of, we already have one guy who can't do anything. If Batman sprains his ankle, we'll call you.
Yeah, right. No, I mean that's pretty much. Really, everybody always brings up the the similarities between Batman and Green Arrow, but the thing is that those aren't the only similarities. The biggest similarity between them is that they're powerless, but their stories are so generic that every other hero is based on them. And sure, they're both billionaires, but honestly, if I had to pick one of the two, I'm picking the Green Arrow because he has an arrow. Like, he has his martial arts, okay, which Batman has, and then
the salmon
he
ladder.
Has a bow and fucking arrow.
Above the bow and arrow is a salmon ladder.
Yeah, and then he has a salmon. Yeah. So. But yeah, that's my thing is if I had to pick between Batman and Green Arrow, I'd be picking Green Arrow because he kicks just as much ass as Batman and has a weapon. And Batman's all like, I don't kill people. What? And I guess Arrow doesn't do that now either. What the fuck? Come on.
I know.
So the next scene.
Go ahead.
The next scene is Bruce's birthday. Well, the start of Bruce's birthday hasn't actually started yet. They're getting everything around, and Rachel shows up to drop off her gift.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So she can't stay, doing the whole I must run type thing tropey, but whatever. I'm gonna call it a lot of tropes throughout this whole show. So
yeah.
But yeah, so they do their whole little thing. It just sounds stupid. She said she's going to go, she said something along the lines of how she's going to check on Crane up at Arkham or whatever, which is obviously an instant cue. Oh, wait, no, she also mentions that the DA is dead. They haven't seen her boss, which is an instant cue to Bruce, as you can tell in the scene, that shit's gonna go down. I'm not making my birthday party today.
Yeah, he can tell. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I had some commitments today.
And,
well, better go scrap those to go and save the city and shit. Not again.
So go ahead.
Anyway, so she goes off to Crane's sort of base of operation, which is Arkham Asylum, which of course he runs, and Rachel's there. She has, as it says in my doc, a nice chat with the crazy doctor.
Oh, wait, no, you totally skipped a bit, though. You skipped a bit about the arrow. So he opens a present from Rachel, and it's the arrow that was shown at the beginning of the movie. Before Bruce turned into a pussy and fell down a well. And totally yells at me. She obviously wants the D. But hey, such is life. And then it cuts to Batman going to save her, or well, Bruce going to save Rachel. We get a really cool unveiling of the cowl.
And so she's up at Arkham, and it's not going too well for her. She kind of it sort of goes well to begin with, and then she gets a bit confrontational, and then they go downstairs. Well, actually, it's not stairs, is it? It's an elevator, but. They go down to what's been going on in the basement of Arkham, and it's not particularly pleasant.
Yeah, they're filling the water line with whatever chemical they have there. The stuff Crane is using.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, Batman shows up and I guess has a go at Crane, and at some point during the exchange, Crane points out that he's working for Ra's, and Batman's like, "What?"
So, they're doing the whole, Batman shows up, he's jumping around, trying to distract everybody and whatnot, and they're all shooting up at him, trying to, shoot him in the Raptors and everything, but that's when Batman ends up jumping down and, grabbing Crane or something and gassing Crane with his own junk.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, he ends up gassing Crane, which drives Crane, insane, and that's when we get this really cool look at Batman. It's like a whole blackout Batman. He has like stuff rolling out of his mouth, and he looks
right? Yeah, I know the one
in that scene.
His sort of
he looked so
his
cool.
Sort of vision of him, yeah, that's
that's the start of Crane, going full Scarecrow craziness shit.
Yeah. Anyway, so. He also does his business where he calls in the bats. Yeah.
It was kind of like a bat sonar type thing, which, again, I don't think that's how bat sonar works.
No, you can't just make some random
but we'll
noise
allow
and then
it.
Suddenly, bats come along.
Yeah, no shit.
It sort of strays into the realm of superpowers. I can make a machine make a high frequency noise that causes bats to appear. Yeah, that's not really a.
I don't think that's how it worked. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, somebody please let me know. But
if I'm wrong,
sure
and I couldn't be asked. I don't give a shit. Don't let me know.
Oh, and that's when Batman actually before the sonar actually gets Gordon to help him, gets him to save Rachel, gives him the cure for the shit.
That's the one, yeah.
Because. That's when he knows what's going down. Yeah, so Crane was working with Ra's, and they plan on gassing the city. I think we know that by now, or something along that. He knows that they're dirtying the water supply.
So after this, we end up in a cop chase, which is always good to have in a movie. In this case, we're rooting for the person who is chasing away from the cops. And it's Rachel is in the car, so it's you've got to make sure that the girl gets home safe and shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and she's losing her fucking mind in that vehicle. I mean, she just got gassed, and now she's in a vehicle with Batman. She's in the tumbler with Batman, going 100 miles per hour, flying through shit, destroying half the city.
Jumping over rooftops and shit.
Yeah, and the tumbler gains wings at that point or some shit.
Well, because it's he suddenly remembers. Oh, it's for going over bridges and shit. So
yeah, no, building bridges by jumping over ravines. I'm so glad they mentioned that to us earlier.
Jump over some buildings in the middle of fucking Gotham.
Yeah, and then he goes to the ceiling, blows out a hole. Ends up jumping out of the hole, trying to get away and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually forgot. There was one scene where during the chase scene, he turns to talk to Rachel while in the vehicle, and he does this cool little it might not be intentional, but it was well known in the original Batman movies that the suit that was worn. It had no neck movement. You couldn't turn your neck left and right, so you had to turn your whole upper body, shoulders up. And he does that in this because this suit is a lot like that, and they actually end up hitting on that in the second movie. He ends up asking for a suit with more mobility because of this, because to turn and look at somebody to the side of you, he has to turn his whole upper part of his body.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool. It was kind of like a shout out to the Burton Batmans. But yeah, so that was my last little bit of notes. He ends up getting away.
Yeah. Of course, and then he
chase.
goes off to the mansion and jumps it into the waterfall and back into the cave.
Yeah. Gotta love that. Again, how did these damn kids not find this fucking cave
it's just
system
behind the waterfall? You think someone, if you've got a waterfall on your property, you have a look in it. You play about on it.
These kids are playing with the
and
waterfall.
Notice if there's a massive ass cave system behind it. You'd pick up on that.
Exactly, and I've watched enough movies and TV shows in my time to know that there's buried treasures behind every waterfall.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just a water. There's always some shit going on behind.
There's always something behind it.
Anyway, so then obviously he's back at the house. Rachel is dealt with without revealing his identity at this point, and
yeah, he has Alfred helper.
And he makes his birthday party, and
which is obviously good.
And it's going quite nicely. He then starts being doesn't he have a bit of an arrogant speech?
Oh yeah.
That's
No. That's actually after he ends up. So he has somebody. Oh, I would like to introduce you to somebody, Bruce, and takes him over and introduces him to Raish.
So this is the Ra's al Ghul.
The Ra's al Ghul. Did I get that right? No, you didn't. You didn't get it right. No one in this movie does. For anyone that cares, it's not Raz, it's Raish.
I don't care personally.
And that's why he doesn't care so much he refuses to say Raz.
Anyway, so at this point then, of course, if you need to get everyone out of your house because there's some crazy guy there, i.e. Raish, you just go off on an arrogant tirade.
Yeah, didn't Raish threaten everybody in there, though? I believe Raish actually threatens everybody in this house.
Yes, he does. That's the one.
And that's why he does his arrogant, get out of my house, calling everybody fake, getting him to leave. Which, I mean, was very well done. Yeah,
he does well playing characters that are very much, arrogant assholes. It's kind of a... It's a good character in this particular tirade.
Well, yeah. So he ends up, obviously getting everybody to leave, and then we have just him and Raish. In the last scene, they say a couple things to each other, and then
suddenly fine.
We get a cut back to Arkham, actually.
Right. Okay. And then we're back at Arkham at this point, and
they're just releasing all the inmates, all the inmates that have been put into Arkham. Zaz was one that they showed because he plays a bigger role here later.
Yes. Now, do we at this point see the microwave guns start to go off in Arkham?
I don't think so. Gordon is down in the Gordon's down in the basement thing. And yeah, we don't end up getting the microwave until a little later, a few more minutes.
Okay. Right, so they've released the inmates of Arkham. It doesn't seem like a very good idea.
No, but it's just to cause chaos. It's to get the city to kill themselves, essentially. Because, again, it's playing into the whole let's gas everybody and make them hallucinate and start killing motherfuckers.
Sounds like fun. Because they don't have to just use death gas, though. What's the point? Why have you got to be all sinister with it? Oh, I'm going to make gas, and it makes people go crazy and kill each other.
You know what? Plot and because it's the best way of doing it.
I understand it from a practical perspective.
Well, you're having it's funner this way. I mean, watching people choke and die. I mean, that's cool, I guess. But watching them, choke and then kill each other...
Kind of more fun to watch. You could probably broadcast that on HBO. People probably would watch it.
Yeah, new reality television show. Gotham kills Gotham. And yeah, so we get the whole Gordon trying to... Yeah, well, all the prisoners getting out, then Gordon trying to figure out what just went down. And then we get the beat down and burning down of the mansion.
Yes, so they have a bit of a small tiff, and it results in the house catching fire. As you do.
Intentionally catching fire. You burnt down my house, I burned down yours. Thing.
Yeah, symbolic and all that lot. And yeah, no, it does. It pretty much burns to the ground. Bruce is near enough left there to die. He's under like some. Is very similar to how Fake Raish is killed, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, fake, yeah. So it falls on him. Yeah, no, I actually didn't make that parallel. That's a good call. I didn't even remember seeing that until you.
And then, Alf, the top lad, comes in, rescues the Batman, aka
yeah,
Bruce
ends up
Wayne.
helping him out, getting him downstairs, getting him down the elevator that was
back down into the cave.
Placed. Yeah. Just to get him suited up. Yeah, no, actually I have it written down like, man, that was a nice house. Keyword was.
It was old. Probably didn't have Ethernet wired around it. Probably had really thick ass walls that were hard to run. See Wi-Fi through. And
yeah,
shit.
I feel like it'd be cheaper to just hire somebody to run some
Never like the Wi-Fi would be
instead
shit.
Of burning
because,
the whole thing down.
Just burn it to the ground and claim on insurance, and then just build a new one.
No, just put a wireless access point in every room. It's that easy.
Can't afford that.
That easy. He's a billionaire. What? I mean, he could afford that while sleeping. He makes that much. And then we have Rachel, and it cuts to Rachel trying to talk to Gordon, I do believe.
Yes.
And she ends up walking to the bridge, and they're all like, "Oh, you can't pass." And she's like, "Oh, well, I need to talk to Gordon." And then the cop's like, "Okay." Like, well, yeah, the cop's like, "Okay, go ahead." Like, can anybody do this? Like, you didn't even idea.
Like, you didn't recognize her, because if you recognize her, she'd be allowed over straight away.
Exactly. Like, yeah, go ahead, just walk by. You're fine. You're good. You're good. And then, but yeah, so she got by per, ridiculousness, but whatever.
We see Joffrey
and then
again.
we're back to Joffrey, and again, he's not being a cunt. I mean, he's being a scared little child.
I mean, I've seen him like that before when he gets completely pwned by Arya. When he first initially has a bit of a fight.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Yeah, when he's begging for his life, and what a tool. And then it cuts to well, it didn't cut. It's just Rachel trying to save Joffrey and whatnot. And then we get this really cool view of like smoke and shit.
Yeah.
And then we see a bunch of the Arkham inmates just walk through it. The front man being Zaz. Yeah. And yeah, so
by this point, shit's starting to get pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Did I miss a scene? Hold on. I think I actually missed a scene. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, there's just a really cool horseman scene.
Yeah, there is somewhere.
I think I missed a scene. Sorry about this. Whatever. I'm over it. Apparently I don't give enough of a fuck. Okay, but yeah, so, so we get a scene where the Scarecrow is, rides in on a horse. And since at this point, everybody has, started getting gassed out because they finally started turning on the,
microwave.
The microwave thing that's turning all of the water into, air.
And obviously, the creepy gas is an airborne sort of effect. It only affects people sort of airborne.
Yeah, like I believe they specifically mentioned that if they had drank it, it wouldn't have caused.
Yeah, exactly.
This. It has to be airborne, which whatever. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, and how can you get a microwave gun that specifically only affects like water supplies? Because people have a lot of water in them.
That is a fantastic question. Why are these people not exploding? Mystifying.
Like, if you could create a gun that it's not like it's focused or anything, it's a widespread sort of clusterfuck of the water system. You're not really going to be able to produce something like that.
No, you are completely right. Now that you mention that, why are people not mystifying? I mean, that would have made a movie. Just watching Red Mist. Pew, pew. I'd watch that murderous movie. Chalk that down. We might be making a movie later. Oh. No, I was kidding. And then blah blah blah. Let's see, where else do we got? And yeah, no, I was actually kind of upset with how they barely used Zaz. I mean, he has so much potential. I mean, they have him in Gotham right now. That's what I was going to say.
Let me bring it up again.
Okay.
Oh, so you're saying you want to make a movie called Red Mist? There is actually a.
Is there a movie called Red Mist? If you've watched
Kick-Ass, one of the characters is Red Mist.
Oh, you're right. That kid was a cunt too. I just realized you have to have shitty characters, just characters that are complete assholes, to have a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah. So what I was saying was, Zaz. They currently have him in Gotham, which at some point, if Joel catches up, we will be hitting on. They have him in Gotham, and he is insanely good in Gotham. Like, I wasn't too excited about them introducing him at first, but oh god, he is so cool in Gotham.
Nice.
He's badass.
Yeah, I'll probably have to watch it at some point, so we can incorporate it into the roundups. Because for now, it won't be in the roundups until I feel like.
Yeah, I think right now we know of 2 weeks. This week, well, tonight, today, whatever. And next week, and then after that, I don't know if it's still following through the weekly schedule as such.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
But yeah, so then we got let's see what I got. I feel Raish could have been used. So this was my big problem was they showed Raish again, and at this point I was just thinking, I was kind of annoyed by the way that they introduced him in this movie particularly, because the Scarecrow in and of himself is such a great character in this movie that I wish they would have introduced Raish, did the whole opening of the movie the way they did it, okay? Killing him, quote unquote killing him, and then a follow-up was Scarecrow being the primary villain here. Have it be Scarecrow's idea to do all of this. And then let us all think that Raish is dead. He's a character that trained Batman, he's not here no more. And then bring Raish in for the third movie. That would have been the way to do it in my book. You have a big reveal, Raish is alive, he's a big bad in that movie, he has Bane with him. I mean, just have him be a straight badass in part 3 instead of what they did with him in part 2, because really, I mean, he's the bad guy in this, but I mean, Scarecrow does a better bad guy in this movie in my book.
No, I think people didn't quite realize just how good the Scarecrow was going to be with the casting and just how he's a complex character, scary, as the name suggests.
And see, the one thing is, I mean, and you think that Scarecrow would have the intelligence to do this whole thing himself. I mean, he has a doctorate apparently. I mean, he's not stupid. So, I mean, making this Raish's idea. Just,
I mean, you've heard from the start of the movie that Raish wants to level the League wants to do something with Gotham.
I guess that's fair. They do kind of introduce it really early on that Raish is probably behind it, but I feel like they should have just held off. I feel like he should have been part 3 bad guy. I think that would have been way cooler. So then we have Batman explain what they're trying to do. They have the microwave thing on the train.
Right, yeah, and it's heading.
And yeah, to Wayne Tower. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's heading to go to Wayne Tower on the main sort of area of Gotham, which is the sort of central hub of the water supply. Because obviously, you talk about the Wayne family of regenerating the city, and they built, the train system and renovated all the water system and electricity and stuff. So that's the main hub for all of these sorts of utilities. And so
and then
go ahead.
And then Batman. Batman explains why they're doing it. He explains that if they get it there, it's going to vaporize all the water in Gotham, and the smoke will be everywhere instead of just here in this localized part of town.
Which obviously isn't going to end very well because...
No, it's not going to end very well. And then literally, I'm not kidding, 5 minutes later, they show a scene where the people working in Wayne Tower explains exactly what Batman just explained. There was no need for that scene.
There is, if you're like my dad, and you're watching it, you get up to go make some toast, and you leave the movie running.
I guess that's fair. I guess for the people that are making toast mid movie,
just sipping his tea.
But no, it's seriously, Batman explains it, and then moments later, it gets re-explained to us the same exact way by a different person. I'm like, really? Whatever. Such was life, I guess.
Right, so at this point, obviously, Batman's got to get his way onto this train cart, and so he before this, obviously, Rachel figures out who Batman is. There was obviously some sort of contact, and Rachel sees Batman, I guess, in this poor part of Gotham, which I'm still going to call the Glades. And what happens? Does he save her from something?
Dude, I honestly don't remember now. I do know that she knows who he was.
Yeah, no, the reason for that is that he delivers the line back at her about he delivers one of her lines back at her and she clocks it.
That makes sense. So it clicked in her head because, again, she's not stupid.
Oh, shit, it's like Bruce. Whoa.
Yeah, he says something. Also, at some point in this general time, they said injustice again.
Yeah, you seem to be getting pissed about this.
Again. Seriously, it's the most used word in this. I mean, I think injustice was used more than the in A throughout this whole movie.
You butchered the spelling of Wayne in your sheet, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know. Again, I was typing and trying to watch a movie at the same time.
You got Lieutenant further down the notes, fine.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking did.
Anyway, so yeah, it does seem to be a commonly overused word in this.
It might not actually be overused.
No,
I might just
think
be
I noticed
overhearing it. But yeah, they really make it a point that you hear the word injustice.
Yeah.
At least.
So yeah, Batman's got to find his way onto this train track. Has he at this point given his the Batmobile to
Gordon?
To Gordon.
I do believe he has. I believe he has because he wants Gordon to... Oh, yeah, he wants Gordon to blow out one of the train thing so he can't get there, regardless, the rail.
Obviously, that's sort of a last resort, so he tries to then get onto the train. And he has some sort of his grappling hook sort of skills, and...
yeah. Skills, he shoots it and then somehow doesn't die while getting
over lucky with the grappling hook, because me on Just Cause 2, I'm all over the place with the grappling hook.
Yeah, I think he's all over the place too. He just it's quite amazing how he survives that one. Yo, I know. What the hell was that? I was watching it, and when he shoots, they show the scene where he's flying behind. I'm like, how is he not getting caught on anything?
You think?
Is this rail floating midair? I don't know. Such is life.
And so Batman ends up on the train track, and Ra's is there with I think a couple of guys. And they get into a bit of a fight, and Batman seems to come up on top in this fight. He seems to win.
Yeah. I mean, he goes through the whole fighting thing. I mean, even in this scene again, he uses the the razor blades on his suit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was completely
You'd think
intentional.
Raish's guys would be very used to fighting against that because they've been training. If they're his guys from the league,
I think those other guys. I think he just whooped those guys' ass though. Like I think they got knocked out real fast just so it could be the Raish versus Batman show.
Yeah, because then obviously Raish is there, and they fight, and it doesn't. No one seems to be coming out top too much. And no, it gets to a point where I think Batman has the opportunity to kill Raish, and then
well, that's after Gordon blows out the thing.
Yeah, so Gordon blows out the thing.
Batman already knows.
Batman's clocked that, and so I think he has the opportunity, and then Raish is like, "You're not going to kill me," and then Batman, of course, delivers, "No, but I'm not going to save you," and leaves him to fall to his doom.
Yeah, to fall, to his death. And as I pointed out, that there's no coming back from that for Raish. No Lazarus pit up in this movie.
No, there's no Lazarus pit.
Yeah, there's no Lazarus pit because this is supposed to be a what's the term that they use here? Like real world, I guess. Like it could actually happen.
Bit more so,
thing.
yeah.
So they can the idea of the Lazarus pit. I mean, we've obviously seen the trilogy, so we know that's to be true. So Raish's dad, Batman saves the day.
We've then got a scene with Fox.
Yeah, we have the very next scene cuts to the CEO of Wayne Enterprise walking into the room with Fox presenting everybody at a board meeting, presenting them papers and whatnot. And that's when the one guy, makes his asshole comment, something along the lines of
"You're fired," sort of thing. Didn't you get the memo?
Didn't we fire you? And then Lucius comes back with no, I'm taking your job. Didn't you get the memo? Like quoting, doing the whole quote. Re-quoting what he said earlier in the movie.
Obviously, Bruce has teamed up with Fox here and found his way in, financially speaking, with various...
Yeah, so it went public. The Wayne went public, and then Bruce used a bunch of shell corporation.
And then a line is then played back on him as well when he says something like, it's too complicated for you or something. When he's talking about how he did it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's cute. It's quite cute. These last few moments of this movie, they're just kind of shoving it back in all the assholes' faces. The CEO's a dick throughout it, so he gets a nice little cute comment back at him and shit.
Anyway, so we round off this chapter of Bruce's relationship with Rachel as well, because they have a chat, and it appears that she could be interested, but then maybe not.
I mean, she even kisses him. I mean, and she knows, but then she has to pull back. She knows just like everybody knows you can't have a relationship and be a superhero, because that's how your relationship dies.
But is it okay to be in a friends with benefits situation with a superhero?
Oh, that's absolutely fine, because then you're still probably going to die.
If I was him, I'd look after that. I'd look for that then,
I think he tries that in the next movie. Sadly, Rachel's played by someone else. So yeah, we do the whole thing. The relationship that can never be between Rachel and Batman. Well, Bruce.
And then you've bitched in your notes about the futility of the people in the backdrop of the burnt down Wayne Manor.
Yeah. Okay. So they do the whole thing, and they're walking by, and then they have this nice shot of all the remnants of the Batman, stuff. I mean, not Batman, of the manor. And there's like 3 guys with fucking shovels. Like, this whole house just burned down, and they're shoveling this. Please let me know what the plan is. If you take a shovel and put it in and then move it, you literally moved it maximum 2 feet.
Yeah. You're not achieving much.
2 feet. You're achieving
get a
nothing.
Big ass caterpillar up there or some shit, and
yeah, just knock the rest of the walls down, move all the stuff. But we have 3 guys with shovels. seriously, accomplishing nothing. Nothing. And then just after that, we get a nice, witty comment from Alfred.
Yeah, of course.
About upgrading, maybe upgrading the East Wing. I believe it's to the East Wing, and that's because we heard from the East Wing earlier.
That's where the Batcave is underneath.
It's where the Batcave is going to be. So again, who are they going to hire to do this? Like, this is who? Like, it's not like you can hire one person and then another person, because by the 10th person that gets there, other shit is
Someone's
installed.
put those architecture plans on WikiLeaks.
Yeah, like again. I mean, I understand that Bruce is now a licensed electrician.
Yeah, it's not that hard again.
But I feel like he's not going to be able to get licensing in plumbing and architecture and other fine tools needed to build the fucking Batcave. So who are they gonna hire? If they hire 10 people, one of those people are talking. Is Batman just gonna kill them all? Is that what happens? Once you get hired that night, Batman shows up at your house and he's like, "Don't talk or I'll kill you." Like, is that how it's going to go down?
I guess so. How else would you do it? Well, I just do it myself. I'd love it. I just spend a fucking week. It'd be like a project for me.
Yeah. Okay, can we back the truck through the waterfall so we can lay that concrete? No, just back it right through the waterfall. You're good. Don't tell no one about this. Please, thank you. Just okay, let's lay the concrete now.
Not happening.
I'm gonna get out my little paddle thing and fucking flatten
It's not
this.
happening, is it?
No, it's not. It makes no sense. Whatever.
Right.
And then we see the bat signal, the official bat signal.
This is Gordon doing something with it, isn't it?
Yeah, he's using it to call Batman. He gets there. He talks about it again. It's a bat signal that is essentially just a light. So on normal fucking days when it's not cloudy, you don't see it. And then on normal days when you're not sitting at the window looking out at like, are they gonna call me today? Oh my god, they're gonna call me today. Again, there has to be a secondary way, like a button maybe that rings when they turn the light on. I guess that makes more sense, but I mean, Batman's giddy as fuck.
Like a web-based applet that just triggers like a light in the Batcave. Like, he logs into the page and like press the button and then the light goes off and the thing.
Maybe he has Facebook as Batman and he just gets dinged by Gordon. Like,
no, they just use that
hey,
that app, Yo.
Yo, yeah.
He just sends him a yo, Batman.
Hey, we turned the light on, but it's been about 20 minutes. Yo, come on, Bat. Like, and he's giddy. Like they hate him, but now he's like sitting at home, just waiting. He's waiting for that text message when he's not, Patrick Bateman. Oh my god, guys, they called me. Where the fuck is Robin?
Exactly. Anyway, so we get up into go to see Gordon, and so I'll let you explain what happens in this final sort of shot.
Oh. Okay, well, he goes, he talks to him, and then, he says detective, I believe, and Gordon says, no, I'm a lieutenant now.
Oh.
And that's obviously leading him on his way to becoming commissioner. Commissioner Gordon is obviously an iconic character. And then he mentions that they had a calling card. So he hands it to him, and he flips the card over, and it's actually the Joker. It's a Joker card. Which actually has relevance to an older comic.
No.
It's actually one of the cards used in one of the one shots from the 80s, I believe. Right. Year one, I do believe. Maybe not. Can't actually find it. I had it written down. Sorry, guys.
You suck at interneting.
But well, I can't, because if I look something up, my internet's going to die. So then there's one little cute little thing on this card. If you pause it, it's recovered by somebody named J. Kerr, Kerr. Well, that guy's name is Joe, actually.
Well, I wonder what Joker sounds like. I can't see it. I can't see a resemblance here, John.
No, absolutely nothing. So, Joe Kerr recovered this card, and that's it. It's obviously a reference to
no
the
policeman
Joker.
is going to look at some evidence and say, "Oh, it's a Joker, and it was retrieved by Joe Kerr." Seems legit.
Seems legit.
Said no one ever. That's just not.
That's just not a thing.
Not a thing.
Like Joe, you gotta change your name back. What? Don't go changing your name just for a subtle joke, Joe.
I guarantee none of the 2,000 Joe Kerrs that I just saw on Facebook are legitimately called Joe Kerr.
Are there 2,000 Joe Kerrs?
Hang on, it's not even letting me. It's not even giving me a number now. It just scrolls.
Hey, real fast. So that Joker playing card, I actually did find my little tidbit.
Yeah, nice.
The Joker playing card presented to Batman at the end of the film is actually a replica of the Joker card from the 1989 graphic novel Arkham Asylum by Grant Morris and David McKean. I actually think I own that. I think I have that downstairs. Nice. And then on it on the label, like I mentioned, Joker. Mm-hmm. So, it's actually one of the Joker's favorite aliases in the comic.
Oh, come on!
So, again.
Why? When I want to be really sneaky, I call myself Joker.
They'll never piece it together. Never. Well, so that's it, guys. That's the end of our first real podcast.
I mean, that's it. Episode 2 will be the TV roundup where we look at 2 episodes of Agent Carter. They're bringing out 2 episodes this week. And we hope to see you. We hope to see you on that, I guess. Make sure you...
Yeah. Well, just a couple more things, just real fast before we go. If you have anything to tell us, if we suck, which we probably do, again, email us. fans@madcold.com.
Or you can talk to us on Facebook, /MadCold Podcast. You can tweet to us @MadCold Podcast. You can... I don't know what the phrase is on Google Plus, but whatever it is, you can plus us or add us to us. Can you do circles?
No, I think you just follow us or something. I don't know.
Google.com/+MadCold. And we'll probably use Reddit threads as our main commentary sort of page. Well, it's not going to have much on it for now, but I think it's a good centralized way of doing so. So that's reddit.com/r/MadCold. Yep. Or you can check out our site on madcold.com, where we have all of our podcasts listed. We prefer you don't use the comment system on there because it's shit. I'm probably going to turn it off.
Yeah, it's not off right now, but it might be by the time you guys actually listen to this. And then the last bit is we will also have a working YouTube page here soon. Probably no actual video, but you'll at least be able to listen to it.
And I think we're going to be able to retroactively put our video from us today into that.
Yeah, well,
hey, NSA,
yeah. There's no video from
footage
today.
From our cameras from.
Yeah, I'm sure they have it hooked up somewhere. But this will actually be up on YouTube. This whole thing,
just without the video.
Yeah, it'll just be our stationary photo that I threw together for the website. Which, by the way, guys, check out the website. I love it. I put time into it. It looks cute.
Anyway. That's all for us today. If you have a Crapple device and you can subscribe to us on iTunes, and at the same time, feel free to leave us a positive review. If you have a decent phone, you can subscribe via RSS, and it should take you through to your podcast app of your choice. There is a how-to guide on our website if you're unsure of what to do. And
then one last thing is just tell all your friends. That'd be actually great. And as Joel said, if you guys don't have an iPhone or anything, any crappy iPhone product, still, if you want, use iTunes because it gets us more views from other people that use iTunes.
So that's all. See you next time, guys.
Yep. Thanks. See you guys next week or later this week.